Hello everybody in the video online world. Hopefully you can see that. That's my eyeshadow. And like I was doing on the earlier video, I forgot to mention something. I'm doing a holiday season greeting video. I got my leaves over there, my fog colors on my eyes, my eyeshadow. I don't know. Makeup is my art and my face is my canvas, I guess. One thing I forgot to mention. Hi everybody again, it's Isabel Marie, sorry. I was doing a holiday video just right now outside. It's really, really bright and sunny, so I decided to come inside and just really quickly shoot off this last one before I leave. I want to tell everybody, like I said before, season's greetings, happy holidays to my friends, my family, my mom, my dad, my brothers, and my sister, especially to my little one, my son, who's my heart and soul, my everything. But I forgot to mention what I am most thankful for in this Thanksgiving Day. Little synopsis, if you don't know me, don't know my story. A little over 2.5 years ago, I was unemployed. I was on welfare, living on $310 per month, struggling to get by. So the previous holiday, the previous Thanksgiving to that point, we had a meal that was won off this raffle that was given to us for Thanksgiving. And Christmas was really hard because I wasn't able to get everything, that I need for my son. Santa Claus, didn't bring his presents. I wasn't able to get my presents, till about March of that year. So I left everything up for my son, and he, even though he was in school and everybody said Santa Claus had came, he loved and trusted me enough to know that Santa Claus hadn't came yet, because if Mom didn't say it wasn't so, it wasn't so. So even though at that time it broke my heart, I knew that it didn't matter, because the quote I was told you guys in the last video is, tough times don't last, tough people do. And the theme for that one was like, don't let your circumstances ever, don't ever let your circumstances define who you are, because it's not going to happen. Everything that we go through is just temporary. It always gets better. But if your mindset's in the right place, I didn't care if my son got, Christmas in March, because he got Christmas. I didn't care if our circumstances were the way they were then, because I knew that there was going to be better. There has to be better out there. I'm a good person. I work my heart and soul. I have a lot of passion and faith in my beliefs. So I knew we were going to be okay. But getting back to the point of this video, what I am most thankful for right now in the most, like, the holiday seasons are coming. What I'm most thankful for now in the whole big wide world, number one is for God. God for being, who He is. Whether you're spiritual or religious, I'm a spiritual person. But, God, your universe, your higher self, your true self. Whatever there is that's out there that's helping me grow and become the person I am, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to wake up every day. The second thing I'm most grateful for is my son. My son is my everything. He's, like I tell people, he's the heart outside of my body. He's the physical manifestation of my heart on the outside of who I am. And he is just the most precious, gorgeous person in the world. I mean, there's times that I'll see, him looking at other people's families, and I know he'll feel sad for a second. And I'm like, do you feel bad because you don't have a bigger family? We were at Starbucks the other day, and he's like, at first he's like, well, yeah, because I want a brother or sister, and, you need to have somebody too. But then he was just like, you know what, Mom, no, I'm okay, because you know what, I have you, and you love me so much, and you take care of me. And he's like, look at the clothes I have. He's like, look at the shoes I have. Look at the fact that I have a Nintendo DS. He's like, some kids don't even have a mom or a dad. He's like, I'm lucky. He's like, Mom, I don't feel like I'm missing out, because God's given me a lot of things. And I asked him what he's thankful for Thanksgiving. He's like, you for loving me, you for taking care of me, you for everything. So I am so happy and grateful for that. Being that when I was with his father, and his father was physically abusive, I know more than anything in my entire life that God put that child inside my body because He knew the fight and the passion that I have inside me. And I knew that I was going to fight harder the rest of my life for that person that, was inside me. And the first time I heard his heartbeat was just like, wow. If you're a mom and you've ever been pregnant, and you know what that sounds like? That first time you hear your baby's heartbeat, it's just magical. And the first time I saw him face to face, he was more gorgeous. And it's like, I think I fall in love with him more and more every single day. I'm his biggest fan. He's my biggest hero. Excuse me. And he will always be my greatest accomplishment for the rest of my whole life. I've done a lot of great things in my life, but he's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm so lucky to have a son like him. People are like, wow, you're so lucky. He's so lucky to have a mom like you. But I'm like, no, I'm so lucky to have a child like him, because, when I got my surgery about a month and a half ago, excuse me, He was the one that was like wanting to take care of me, and are you okay? Do you need something? He'll bring me a pillow, he'd bring me a blanket. And you guys got to remember, he's only 7 years old. You know, he's been with me the whole time through this journey and this, you know, business endeavors too. He goes to all my meetings that I host, and he gets up there and on the stage and he's like, you know, okay people, time to sit down, time to do this, time to do that. And he's just so full of life, and he's always like, Mom, when I grow up, I'm going to take care of you, and, you know, I'm going to, you know, I want $1 million home, and, you know, because he has his little vision board, and he's so much of who I am. So, on that note, I love you, my baby. I'm not going to say his name online, but I love you. He's my everything. I'm most thankful for him, and I'm also thankful for, you know, having the opportunity to be his mom, for the life I'm able to live every day. A lot of people don't know this, but I had a little brother and a little sister who died, both at about 8 weeks old, and they were both buried, you know, one on Christmas Eve and one on Valentine's Day. So every day of my life, I thank God that I'm able to do the things I do and to have the things I have. And I remember when I was younger, my dad and I were talking, and he was telling me about my baby brother who, you know, was born with a defect in his heart. And he was telling me about the day that he was taking him to surgery, how tired he was in the hospital, and he was holding, you know, my brother, and that he was talking to him, knowing in his heart that he probably wouldn't make it. And he's like, I was so tired, I was eating a Snickers candy bar, and I decided to give him a taste because I knew that he would probably never taste a candy bar in his entire life, you know, except for that moment. So, point of the story, go out there, do the best you can in life, love the people that you love the most, say the I'm sorry's, the thank yous and goodbyes that you have to, and the I love yous. Make the best of your life, because every day you go out there and you taste a candy bar, a first kiss, a loved one's touch, just remember that there are a lot of people out there that don't get that opportunity. I live my life for them, through them, and because of them. So, Kuna Matata, God bless. If you want to find me, go to MySpace, www.myspace.com/Miss MS_Izzy, ISSY, or email me at ISABELMARIE, Isabel Marie, the number 1313 @gmail.com, or youtube.com/quick, QUICKWITTEDWITTWOMAN /quick-witted-woman. I gotta go fix my makeup now before I go to my son's school. Just, guys, do today what others won't so you can live tomorrow like others can't. But even more so than that, have a great holiday season. Don't forget to give back to other people. That's going to be another one of my videos. And just make the most of every moment. Live your life moment to moment. Love like you'll never die. You know, and just go out there and make the best of it. So, Hakuna Matata, God bless, and goodbye. Happy holidays.